I would like to start the video with a quote by Natalie Calmus. Every visual or a textual representation, every narrative, and every description of what we experience and remember resorts powerfully to our color system. India is the world's largest film producing nation, with cinema deeply embedded in its cultural fabric. Indian immigrants' films are just not an entertainment but a connection to home, much like the comfort spices they discover abroad. My South Indian upbringing, where cinema is deeply ingrained cultural experience, sparked my fascination with filmmaking. This environment shaped my interest in exploring the emotional impact of cinema, particularly through color. As I pursued a career in cinematography, I encountered the crucial process of color grading. This led me to question why Bollywood alters the colors of foreign locations to appeal to Indian audience rather than depicting them authentically. Color's profound impact on tone, atmosphere, and emotional connection, which became a central focus of my research into cross-cultural cinematic representation. The research compares Hollywood and Bollywood films such as Notting Hill and Namaste London, which examines how color choices influences storytelling and emotional impact. This sparked the foundation of my research, focusing and guiding me to formulate following questions. What is the significance of color in film and what meanings do they convey? And how color is employed to represent a particular location considering the emotional, tonal, and the narrative aspects? And finally, what are the factors influencing color scheme choices? This study compares the visual representation of London in the 2000s love films, focusing on Namaste London and Notting Hill. Namaste London, directed by Vipul Amritlal Shah, starred by Katrina Kaif and Akshay Kumar, released in 2007. Jasmeet Malhotra, raised in England by a traditional Punjabi family, is forced into an arranged marriage by her father. Initially rejecting the union, Jazz schemes to avoid it. However, her husband gradually wins her over as she re-embarks on a journey of self-discovery and identity. The second movie is Notting Hill, directed by Roger Michell and starred by Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts. William Thacker, a humble London bookseller, falls in love with the famous actress Anna Scott. Their relationship navigates the challenges of love across class differences and diverse backgrounds. Despite the difficulties and heartbreak, they ultimately confess their love and find a way to make their relationship work. Let's first discover narrative as an aspect. Narrative is the soul of the film that decides why, when, what happens to whom, and is the conflict resolved at the end of the story. Parker believes when two people are in love, a third love always makes it more enticing for the story to get more interesting to watch. Both the films in the study evidently share the same main interest of conflict. Unaware of Anna's prior commitment to Jeff, William in Notting Hill discovers true love in her, and Jazz also yearns for luxury and love, and she finds it in the affluent Charlie in Namaste London. Anna and Jazz eventually come to realization that William and Arjun, respectively, are the ones they genuinely love. At the end of the films, William and Anna are reunited in London, and Jazz tells Arjun she loves him before he departs to India. In the films, William, a struggling bookshop proprietor, and Jazz, a party-loving middle-class girl, presenting opposing perspectives on London and the emotional intricacies of love. Namaste London follows Einstein's sectional montage, whereas Notting Hill adapts to a sequential montage with its cause and effects depicted in a forward progression. One similarity is that of the music, which is non-diegetic to keep the audience in the same turmoil mood. The mood of the film is not only the result of the movie's narrative line but also dependent on the visual representation. In Democracy of Color, Cohen argues that color, like every other consideration of mise-en-scène, can be exploited for different stylistic reasons, ranging from realism to representation, a method of expressing meaning. The films share related stories, but they differ in emotional and visual impact due to their distinct color schemes. Namaste London predominantly features magenta color tone with cyan highlights, creating brighter and livelier exterior scenes. This aligns with Bollywood's tendency to present London as a visually stunning locale to evoke emotions of desire and passion, with purple symbolizing sensuality and royalty. Conversely, Notting Hill employs with a muted color palette with blues and faint cyan highlights, maintaining a natural and a consistent visual tone that reflects a European identity. Notting Hill's realistic color schemes contrasts with Namaste London's vibrant palette, reflecting the different cultural expectations of Indian and Western viewers. To understand the emotional aspect of color in regard to place in film, I recorded a quick 10 seconds video using Sonia in S-Log mode, then short matched it using DaVinci Resolve to the films being examined. To analyze the color dynamics, I used the 10-bit scopes, namely waveform, vector scope, parade, histogram that revealed insights into color balance and tone, crucial for understanding the underlying color dynamics. Let's examine the interior sequences of both the films. In Namaste London, during the scene where Jazz's family discusses a reception in London, the histogram shows an overexposure by 1 to 2 stops. The vector scope reveals a shift towards the violet spectrum with blue undertones, validated by elevated red and blue levels in the parade and waveforms. In Notting Hill, during Anna's visit to William's sister's birthday, the histogram indicates a low-light environment. The vector scope shows a dominant red values in the highlights, while the parade and the waveforms reveal balanced graphs maintaining consistent skin tones and lighting exposure throughout. Analyzing the exterior sequences, Namaste London shows the dominance of red and blue hues, especially in the highlights, with blue tones prevalent in the shadows. In Notting Hill, the scene where William confronts Anna reveals one-stop overexposure in the wide shots but perfect exposures in the close-ups. The parade and the waveform highlight a pink mid-tone as skin tones, while shadows and highlights maintain a teal grey tint reflecting London's natural tones. This contrast underscores an artificial vibrancy in Namaste London versus the realism in Notting Hill. Notting Hill and Namaste London evoke comparable emotions but differ in their use of colour due to cultural and psychological factors. In India, colour carries a deep cultural connotations, purple signifying luxury and desire, white symbolizes serenity or grief, and red represents divinity. In Namaste London, Jazz is a vibrant and impulsive personality is made out by vivid colour schemes, with purple tones accentuating her desire for luxury and freedom. This expressive use of colour aligns with India's rich cultural context. Contrastingly, Einstein argued that color and sound in films should be naturally complemented with each other. This is evident in Namaste London during Arjun's moment of despair, where desaturated colors of grey tones visually express his emotional turmoil. Calmus's work contributes to British color grading guidelines that emphasize authenticity and realism, while Bollywood employs color more expressively and symbolically. This variation in color usage across cultures underscores the importance of understanding the audience expectation in international cinema. Calmus's work on British color grading emphasizes realism, contrasting with Bollywood's expressive use of color. Therefore, these elements are crucial for engaging diverse audiences. An effect may be employed to create a sense of realism. In this instant, color can be subjected to simple issues of reproduction. Modifications in sound, camera movement, or a performance can significantly alter a film's perception.
This London-born girl who comes to India and gets married to an Indian guy, and what happens after that?
And when we wrote the story, we thought, yes, the story has come out quite well and we should go ahead with it. And that's how we went ahead and made the film.
Director Vipul Shah aimed to blend Bollywood's dreamy aesthetics with Hollywood's realism, highlighting the global influence of Indian cinema.
रोमांटिक फिल्मों को लेकर हिंदी सिनेमा में एक स्टाइल है, एक रोमांटिक लव स्टोरी को एक पर्टिकुलर अंदाज में बयान किया जाता है. हमने कोशिश की है कि उस अंदाज को बदला जाए, एक नया अंदाज हमारे लिए, एक नया अंदाज बयां किया जाए, एक नए अंदाज में कहानी को बनाया जाए. और जो हॉलीवुड या इंटरनेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म पे जिस तरीके से रोमांटिक फिल्म बनती हैं, बहुत ही रियलिस्टिक होती हैं रोमांटिक फिल्में. हमारी फिल्में जो रोमांटिक फिल्में होती हैं वो थोड़ी ड्रीम क्वालिटी, लार्जर देन लाइफ होती हैं. तो उस रियलिस्टिक ट्रीटमेंट को इस फिल्म में हिंदी की कमर्शियल ढांचे के अंदर मिक्स करके एक नया कॉकटेल बनाने की कोशिश की है. मुझे लगता है ये इस फिल्म की खास बात रहेगी.
The director's vision significantly shapes the film's color palette from pre-production, with the chosen locales playing a crucial role in setting the mood and tone. Cinematography is where all plans come into action on recording it visually, although it can face challenges in producing color. The cinematographer plays a crucial role in keeping the film's carefully chosen color scheme intact, ensuring it aligns with the movie's tone. Specific lightings and filters are chosen to achieve the desired color effects, though geographical challenges like London's gloomy weather can affect the consistency. Despite the technological advances, the process stays complex, as the process of setting the color palette involves many departments working in unity to produce a desired look on the screen. Color grading further refines the visual narrative. to the story in its best possible way. The renowned filmmaker Vittorio Storaro emphasizes the importance of working with skilled colorists to achieve the desired look. The advent of film color stock led directors to explore color grading, though achieving natural color tones proved challenging, elevating the role of the colorist. Understanding color psychology, dramaturgy, and symbolism is crucial in the digital age, particularly for visual arts. These choices significantly influence audience perception and emotional engagement. The research emphasizes the importance of cultural context in global cinema, offering insights for filmmakers in diverse markets. Further, studies could explore how technological advancements and changing audience demographics affect these practices.